What's going on, you beautiful, beautiful, amazing people? It is Amy J, and I'm so glad that you came back for another conversation with me. I feel like we're close enough in our relationship and our connection now to go ahead and ask you to subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you like it, and if you don't, that's cool too. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about, you've probably already seen it, my real estate career. I'm about to dive all the way into this thing, okay? So the number one question that I get from people is whether or not I regret getting into real estate. So let's dive into it. No, I don't regret getting into real estate. Do I love it sometimes? Yes. Do I hate it sometimes? Hell yes. So let's go ahead and take it from the beginning. I've always wanted to be in real estate. Even like when I was way younger, well, I would say like, 17, 18. I wanted to, I considered it. But I never tried to pursue it or anything like that. People, as the years would go on, people would say, like, oh, you would be good in real estate. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I thought the same thing. I don't know what I thought real estate was during these times when I was saying all this stuff, because for me to think that I would be, that is something that I wanted to do. Not that I don't love it now, but what I thought real estate was and what real estate is just not the same. And I know a lot of people, what y'all think real estate is just not what it is. Okay, so no, I do not regret it because I've always wanted to get into it. And when I was able to finally decide that, hey, I do want to do that, I did a ton of research before, and then I realized, okay, that's not exactly what I thought, but, I think I could still rock this thing out. So, I just went on ahead, took the plunge, gave it to God, talked to my hubby about it, and we just, decided to go ahead and, hey, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to dive into this real estate career full time. This is my third full-time year in real estate. I do not regret it, but it has its challenges. So, first of all, there are pros and cons to this career field like any other career field. So let's go ahead and talk about what everybody thinks the best thing about this career field is, which is freedom. Let's talk about what freedom means. Okay, so no, you don't punch a clock. Okay, you don't have somebody right over top of you. You don't answer to anybody. You are your own boss. Okay, well, it's not that you don't answer to anybody, because you do. But you run your business the way that you want to run your business, as long as you're obeying the laws. You run your business the way that you want to run your business. So no, you're not necessarily clocking into anybody else's establishment. But there are still people that you answer to. For example, depending on where you hang your real estate license at, what are their particular rules? Not that it really impacts your life much, because it doesn't, but what are their rules? And then, hey, you don't answer to anybody. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. You are working with buyers and sellers in the world of real estate, right? So you do answer to people. You might not have to jump when they say jump, or say how high when they tell you to jump, but you do still have to answer to these people. You are selling their home, or you're helping them to buy a home. They are your client, okay? So even though you're your own boss, sure, you do still work for someone, okay? Of course, it's a completely different kind of working for someone, but you still do. You have to answer to them. I mean, you don't have to, but what kind of real estate agent would you be if you didn't have a good communication level with your clientele, right? So that's what freedom is. Yes, you do have a little bit more freedom there, but then also freedom is relative. So, there's that. What do I love about my real estate career? I love that it's like fast paced. I love that you get out of it what you put into it. It's high energy. It is high risk, high reward, of course. I love that about it. I love that it's challenging. I don't want to be bored in whatever my career field is. I always want to be challenged. I always want to be learning new things, moving new different ways, finding new different ways to do things, and helping people to ultimately achieve the same kind of goals that I have as well. So that's what I love about my career. Okay. The money can be great if, again, you work for it, you get out what you put in. What I dislike about my career the most, I would have to go ahead and say having to search for business. I don't like it. We all have to do it, so we do it. But no, it's not something that I necessarily like. I'm not sure that anybody in this world necessarily likes having to search for business. I know that a lot of people assume that once you get into real estate, you know, you hop in it, and then everybody you know, and everybody they know, and everybody that they know is gonna come calling you to help them buy a house and to help them sell their houses, and it's just not how it's gonna work out. Some people do look up and get into the industry and already know a lot of people who's ready to make some moves, sure. But once that dies down, but you're just going to hang your license up? No, you still have to get business in other ways. So, you know, having to make the phone calls, or, you know, it's tough. Not that I don't do it, it's just, it's tough. You know what I mean? Having to deal with people's attitudes, not knowing who wants your help and who doesn't want your help, having to, you know, pour money into marketing and put yourself out there in a bunch of different kinds of ways. I don't like that you have to jump out of your comfort zone quite so much. And I do not like how much it costs to remain a real estate agent. But that's it. I ultimately do think it's worth it. So I'm very happy with my decision. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about money, though, since I mentioned it. What it costs to become a real estate agent and to remain a real estate agent. I am not going to dive into it because I do think I have another video about this. But even if I don't, I'm going to do another video, an updated video about this, because I got a lot more information I want to give to people. But so money to become a real estate agent, of course, you pay for the course that you have to take. You pay for the test. You pay for your license. You pay a subscription service to the multiple listing service if you happen to want to be a part of that, which you kind of have to. You pay for the local board, the real estate board. Yep, yeah, you have to pay all of these things in order to become a real estate agent. And then that's not even to mention whatever you have to pay to your broker if you want to practice real estate. You have to hang your license in a brokerage, right? So you have to pay that as well. There's this little card that you use to get into to access the properties. There's an app for it as well, but you use it to access these properties, and you have to pay for that as well. So yes, there is a lot of cost to being an operating real estate agent. Let me see. Almost all of these costs, you have to pay the entire duration of your real estate career, like whatever you have to pay to your brokerage, whatever you have to pay to the multiple subscription, the multiple listing service. You have to pay for the access to get into these properties. All of these are, some of these are quarterly, some of these are annual. The board, the real estate agent board, you have to pay for. You know, there's like a national board to become to actually say that you're a realtor. You have to pay for these things, okay? And they're, again, annual and quarterly. So you stop paying for those things, and you stop getting these perks or these, you know, the access to these things, and then you're not able to practice as effectively. But yes, there are people, and I don't know too much about this, so don't quote me on this, but there are people, real estate agents, who do not pay for some of these things but practice real estate in a certain kind of way. I don't know. I'm not a part of that, nor do I want to be, so I'm not going to get into it. I refer you to Google for that, okay? But yeah, it costs, okay? It costs. And for people who's always asking me, like, you know, how, you know, I want to get into real estate, tell me this, tell me that, I'm like, I want to tell you how much it costs to become one and how to stay one. Because, you know, if you ain't jumping into this thing and making a whole bunch of money, and you don't have a whole bunch of money saved up, then you know, that ain't gonna work out so well. I mean, it could work out well for some people, but you know, typically, no, it costs a lot. It costs a lot. So you know, if you're gonna jump into the career field, I always tell people, make sure that you save up your money, have a large lump sum to for all these costs before you become one, and then have some money saved up for the next couple months, okay? Because no matter how hard you grind, unless you come into it with a bunch of business, you know, you are in for a rude awakening. All right. So let's talk about how much you get paid. You get paid a commission. There is no hourly rate. There is no salary. You get paid a commission from every single transaction that you do. You get paid a commission, a referral commission. If somebody, if you refer something out, you get a portion of that. You get paid every time you sell somebody's house for them. You get paid the commission that you charge to them, and you split that with the buyer's agent. If you help people buy a home, then you get, you know, there's a commission that you get from the seller again, right? There's a commission that you get for helping renters. You get paid on each transaction that you complete. That's how you are able to get paid. It's a percentage of the sales price or the, you know, rental price, whatever. Whatever is negotiated, that's how much you're going to get paid from that initial amount right there. Okay. I'll do a different video if anybody wants it on exactly what, you know, you get paid here in Maryland anyway. Let me see. Is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it if this is something that you absolutely want and you're willing to cry and you're willing to, you know, just work hard and give it everything you got. This is not a career where if you want this career to take you somewhere like I do, I want this career to take me where I want to be. You can't give a small percentage of yourself to it. You have to give everything you got. Like trying to become a millionaire, trying to join the NFL, trying to join the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a top lawyer. Like, you have to give it every part of yourself if you want to make it happen. And you know, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do always. It's just like give, because it's worth it to me to remain in this real estate career. It might not be worth it to everybody, but to me, yes, it is absolutely worth it. It's just hard work. All of it is very, very difficult. And if you're willing to work for it, it's amazing. If you think that you just want to sit around and have stuff handed to you, then I would advise you to maybe, you know, join another career field. So that's just my opinion on the matter. I do not regret getting into real estate. At all. I absolutely love it. There's some things I dislike about it, and it comes with the territory. So I'm just sucking it up and doing what it is that I have to do. So if you guys have any more questions, please send them to me. I would love to do more, you know, more Q&As or whatever, on this channel, as well as every other video that I have coming soon. I cannot wait for you guys to see, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.